This week on Theme Park Worldwide the show, something is stirring beneath the surface at SeaWorld Orlando, Six Flags Magic Mountain confirm an opening date for its new roller coaster Twisted Colossus, and we also look at some brand new concept art from London Paramount. My name's Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Theme Park Worldwide the show, and that means it's time to cue those titles. And of course, welcome to yet another episode of Theme Park Worldwide the show. I'm glad you're all enjoying the series so far. We've had loads of great episodes, loads of great stuff sent in, and I know you're all loving the brand new sections, Guess the Coaster, Special Guest, and like the renewed Interact with Me. So I'm glad you're all enjoying that, and make sure you keep interacting with us here on the show. Other things then on Theme Park Worldwide this week, we've had the last of our Disney Complete Experience videos go online. All our Walt Disney World videos are now on from Orlando, Florida. Make sure you check them out, there's over 30 videos. And when I say Complete Experience, it's not just the ride that you get to ride. You get to see the queue line, any pre-shows, and also any sort of after the ride, what the exit corridors are like, that sort of thing. So it's not just sitting there watching the POV, you get the full experience. Now, it's something I really wanted to do while I was out there. The feedback on them is great, so I'm looking forward to rolling out more of them from other theme parks throughout the rest of 2015 and of course into 2016 as well, especially from California this September, so make sure you check out those. Otherwise down Theme Park Worldwide, loads of great stuff going on, and of course you are enjoying the updates at the moment from Europa Park in Germany. This show was filmed just the day before I went to Europa Park, so technically right now I am at Europa Park. Hope you're enjoying the updates, and next week's show is an on-location special. We're going to be looking at Arthur in the Minior's Kingdom, the other amazing roller coasters at the park, and also the many improvements gone on at Europa Park for 2015. Obviously the park is celebrating 40 years, and last year it's won the award for the best theme park in the world. What award is that? I mean, it stole it from Cedar Point. It definitely deserves it. I mean, I've not been to Cedar Point yet, but Europa Park, it does deserve it. It's absolutely beautiful, and as you'll see in the updates over on Facebook and Twitter, live updates until this Friday from Europa Park, so make sure you check them out. Another couple of days to go, because obviously it's Wednesday when the show's gone on, so you still got a couple of days, then we're off to Disneyland Paris, so even more updates for you. Anyway, without further ado, let's kick straight in then with some theme park news in News Off the Rails. So yes, something is stirring beneath the surface at SeaWorld Orlando. It's not another animal enclosure, it is a brand new roller coaster. Of course, the park have already got 3 existing roller coasters, and they are looking to build a brand new roller coaster in 2016, and it's going to be absolutely huge by the sounds of it. Let me read you this little quote, what they've released in a press release just the other day. So obviously something stirring beneath SeaWorld Orlando, that's in the quote there. Preparing to rise from the ocean depths and soar to a thrilling new height. Get ready for the frenzy of SeaWorld's new 200-foot tall, oh yes, roller coaster in 2016. This thrill will take place and atop the food chain, which is interesting, as SeaWorld Orlando's tallest, fastest and longest roller coaster. I mean, how amazing does that sound? I mean, just reading from the press release there, it is going to be the tallest and fastest and longest roller coaster. Let's have a few little stats for you then. So currently the tallest roller coaster in Orlando is Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket at Universal Studios. That's 167 feet. Orlando's fastest roller coaster at the moment, also at Universal, this time in Islands of Adventure, and that's the Incredible Hulk, reaching 67 miles per hour. And the roller coaster with the longest track is actually Expedition Everest, which is in Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. So yeah, there's a few little facts for you that I found there. It's interesting to know, it's going to be huge, it's going to beat all of those, and of course it's over 200 foot, which means it's probably going to be a hypercoaster. I mean, I'm jumping straight in there with that. I do think a hypercoaster will work great at the park. They've got a brilliant relationship with B&M, Bollinger and Mabillard, who've done, of course, they did Manta, and they've also done Kraken, which are 2 of the existing roller coasters there. You've got Kraken, which is a floorless coaster, Manta that's a flying coaster. So yeah, I think it could be a hyper coaster going in there. It would be great to see. And also the fact it's saying it's the longest means a hyper, they are long. I mean, you're looking at over 4,000 feet of track if it's a hyper. So we'll have to see. It could be a mini Shambhala, or it could be a big Shambhala, we don't know. Of course, if it is going to be just 200 feet, it would be slightly shorter than Shambhala. But anything over 200 feet, it is a hyper. I don't see it being a launch coaster myself, because it wouldn't sort of be the longest coaster out there unless they're going with like a cheetah hunt, what's even longer, and it's got like a stealth moment in it. Who knows, but we'll find out in a few weeks. I'm sure when I get back from these trips to Europa and Disneyland Paris, all the news will be released on that at the end of May. SeaWorld are going to be releasing more on that in their press release. Absolutely interesting there. Like I say, Kraken's a really good ride there. I love Kraken. And Manta, again, I'm not a big fan of flying coasters, as you know, but Manta's definitely the best of the ones that I've done. So yeah, we'll be following that very, very closely here on Theme Park Worldwide, the show. Next up then, Six Flags Magic Mountain have announced that its brand new Rocky Mountain construction hybrid coaster is going to open on Saturday, May the 23rd, and that is Twisted Colossus. Colossus has been at the park since June the 29th, 1978. It was operating for a long time, over 40 years in fact. It shut at the end of last year when they announced that RMC, Rocky Mountain Construction, are coming in to turn it into a hybrid ride. A hybrid, basically, you've got steel track on wooden supports, with also some steel supports going in there as well, but they're very minimal and fastened to sort of the existing structure. That's gone in over winter, and there's actually a testing video what's gone online in the past few days. It looks great. Some of the elements that it goes into, it goes in so fast, it's absolutely great. Of course, you've got over 5,000 feet of track on that, so it's a long ride. 116 foot tall first drop. 18 mega airtime moments, so 18 moments where you're going to feel like you're being pushed out your seat. And if you watch the video of how fast it goes through some of the elements, you're going to see this, right? It's going to be absolutely great. The ejector on it is going to be awesome. So it's got a high five element, so that's where the two cars will come in like this, on this angle, where they say it's a high five element. You'll be able to put your hand out and it comes close to touching the other train, which is great. And of course it's got inversions as well. That's the good thing about these wooden hybrid coasters. They can have inversions, so it'd be great to see one in the UK. I'm just glad to see what happens with that one. So yeah, Six Flags Magic Mountain. If you want to get down there, Saturday, May the 23rd, the opening of Twisted Colossus. Finally then, let's talk a little bit about Paramount Park. So some more stuff's been released on this. Of course, it's the proposed large new theme park coming to Kent, just outside of London on the River Thames. The Swanscombe Peninsula, which is shaped like a Paramount logo. If you look at the Swanscombe Peninsula on Google Maps, type it in after you've watched the show, look how it's shaped Paramount's emblem, which is quite interesting. Anyway, we've got some images to release. Let's have a little look at these then. So Port Plaza. Look at that, wow, I mean, you can already tell this is going to be the UK's best theme park if it does get built for 2020. I mean, look at that. You got Port Plaza, which looks like there's going to be a sort of a balloon ride there, maybe. A dart ride in that building at the background, possibly there. But no matter what, it looks great. The theming looks epic, and I think it's going to be awesome there. You've got Port Bay. Now this looks like my favourite area. Not Port Ventura, Port on its own. Port Bay, it's got a large ship there in the background. Will that be rideable, or will it be like the one in Adventure Isle at Disneyland Paris where it's sat there and it just looks amazing in the area? We'll have to see. Possibly another dart ride there in all them buildings that are sort of on the hillside. Whether it'll look like that, if it does look like that, then they're on to a winner as far as I'm concerned with this park. So yeah, it looks great. And then you've got Adventure Isle, which is a rapids ride. Another large building there as well at the back. Could that be another dart ride? We'll have to see on that. But yeah, Port Bay, Port Plaza and Adventure Isle all look awesome. Awesome being my favourite word, as you know. So yeah, it does look great. Finally, Myths and Legends, which is this. And what can you spot in the background there? Of course, a wooden coaster. A traditional Woody that looks like as well. So we'll have to see. It looks a bit like Intamin Woody. So maybe Colossus at Heidi Park, that sort of thing. But yeah, you look at that and the castle in the foreground there. Again, another dart ride, show, shop, I don't know. But whatever goes in there, it's going to be great if this thing gets built. I'm sure it's going to. I've got full sort of hope in it that Paramount Park's going to open. And of course, we'll keep you up to date here on Theme Park Worldwide. It's nice to see some actual images of this coming through now. All we keep seeing is renderings and images of the proposed Paramount Parks in Spain, what never seemed to happen. I must point out this is funded completely different to the one that failed in Spain. It's private investors, so I've got sort of more hope in this. I think it's going to happen. Whether it'll open dead on 2020, I don't know, but we'll have to see. That's my personal opinion on that. No matter what, them images look great, so let's all support this park and hopefully it'll come around to getting built in 2020.
Like a roller coaster, move and shake me side to side. Yes, then I know, but maybe right. Like a roller coaster.
So yes, it is time for Guess the Coaster. What was it last week, I heard you all ask? Of course, it was a launch roller coaster yet again. Which launch coaster was it? Was it Kingda Car? Was it Top Thrill Dragster? Was it Formula Rossa? I can say most of you got it right. It was Kingda Car, of course, at Six Flags Great Adventure. Currently the tallest roller coaster in the world at the moment, until the proposed roller coaster opens in Orlando in 2017, which is going to be the Polar Coaster. It's going to be over 500 feet. That's going to be absolutely awesome when that opens. So yeah, Kingda Car, there you go. It looks amazing, Kingda Car. I've had quite a few people who I know that have rode it. I'm so jealous. It's a part that I really want to get out to as soon as possible. Combine it with a trip to New York, it's not too far. But yeah, there we go. That was like we guessed the coaster. Of course, we've got another one for you this week. Something a little bit different this one. It is a roller coaster. Think more family with this one, not thrill. So it is time for this week's Guess the Coaster. Stop. There we go. So remember, it's a family coaster. It's just for fun. Comment below. And like I say, you all love this section. So let's see what it is this week. Think family. Get thrill straight out of your head for this one. Turn the volume up might help a little bit maybe. Just turn it down before I start speaking again, because that might scare you and anybody in your house who's watching. But yeah, there we go. That's it. Last week's Guess the Coaster here on Theme Park Worldwide, the show. What will it be? I'll tell you on location at Europa Park next week. So yes, it is time for Merch Paradise. Before we have a little look at some of the great items that I've had sent in this week, of course I'm going to show you something else here from the wonderful world of theme parks. Like I said, the world of theme parks was started about 6 years ago. It all started in my bedroom, where I started to collect mugs and little resins, that sort of thing. There's now over 250 mugs here at the world of theme parks. It always grows, it always expands. And it's not just more modern stuff we've got. It got some of the really old stuff, old theme park signage, restraints, wheels from coasters, bolts from coasters, all sorts of things, including posters. So let's have a little look at a poster I've got this week. This one here is from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And some of the things to show how old this thing is. The Tokyo Express is there, look, which is now where Skyforce is being built. Obviously it shows more of the prom there. It doesn't show Sandcastle Water Park though. No Valhalla up in this top corner. No Valhalla, which is a shame for me, because I do remember Blackpool when I was very young without Valhalla. And yeah, I do miss it. Of course, on here you've got where the log flume as well, which is now where Infusion is. So a great piece of merchandise. Again, another one what Greg's gave to me. It's really good of him to have given me all this merchandise. So thank you very much for that, Greg. And of course, thank you to all of you guys for sending in your merchandise. Let's have a little look. Got some great ones this week. Let's have a little look at what I've had sent in then. First off, you got Matthew Wakefield with Disneyland Paris merchandise, including t-shirts. Love that there. I've got one of them t-shirts myself, I think, so thanks for that. Harry Connolly's got a mug from the Smiler. Anybody who collects mugs is my best friend. I love mugs. You've got some unique mugs. Make sure you show them. It'll make me quite jealous because I'll want them. I might offer you a price for them. No, only joking. But yeah, send them in. I'd love to see. Love to see. Thanks for that, Harry. And then Lewis Young has got a selection of on-ride photos there in his bedroom. One day you might have a world of theme parks like this. Wondering what the word theme parks is? Everybody thinks it is my bedroom. It's not. It's actually a shed. What's been completely converted, electric, heating, all sorts of stuff. It's all the mod cons. So yeah, that is the world of theme parks for those of you that wonder. So thank you very much for that. If you've got any merch, send it in to the Theme Park Worldwide admin Charlotte at ThemeParkWW on Twitter. Tweet your pictures in, and of course via private message on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page.
Questions, questions, questions everywhere.
Time for Ask Me Anything now. Again, another section that I really do like. I think it gives you guys a bit of an insight into me and my life. You can send in any of your questions, and of course we'll pick the best ones for me to read out here on the show. So let's have a look at 4 more questions that I've had sent in this Q&A session. So first off, you've got Dougie, which has sent in, what's the longest time you've ever queued for a ride? Wow, it's a tough one for me. It's going to be Shambhala, actually. Because I did go back for Shambhala in its opening year. I went for the opening day, got on the first train, but I went back later that year and I did queue 3 hours for Shambhala. That's a long time. That's the longest I can think. I did wait 5 hours for the Smiler on opening day, but technically that wasn't a queue because the ride unofficially opened on a soft opening and we heard about it, so we queued up for 5 hours at the entrance. So that's technically the longest I've waited for a ride, I would say, with that one. So thanks for that. Charlie Martin, if you could swap one ride from Thorpe Park and one from Alton Towers, what would you choose and why? I'd like Slammer. Put it in Blade's Pit. I mean Blade's Pit. I mean, it's going to go through some work, isn't it? If a wooden coaster or whatever does go there. But for now, I would have put that there. What would I send to Thorpe? Blade, because they need a pirate ship. A bit of a tough one, that one, but thanks for that. I do like tough questions. Makes it a bit interesting. Bear in mind, I don't see these until I've printed them out. It's literally Charlotte compiles it all for me and I get it, so makes it a bit more fun for me, that one. Thanks for that. Kylie Prescott, what is the mug you'd most like to add to your collection that you've been able to find? Well, I was at Gardaland a month ago, as you all know. I didn't actually mention it in the vlog, but Gardaland had a display cabinet for Raptor, the B&M Wing Coaster. There was no mugs anywhere apart from there was one in this cabinet, and obviously they speak Italian, which is Italy. But yeah, I asked, can I have this mug? Can I buy this mug out of here? And the lady was like, no, you can't buy. So I was a bit disappointed. I really wanted it to add to the collection. Bear in mind, I got loads of other stuff from him there, Gardaland, but I couldn't get that. So there you go, that's that one. Finally, then you've got Joe. What are your thoughts on the new Roller Coaster Tycoon World coming up soon? Interesting. If it's anything like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I won't be very interested at all. I'm not a big fan of RCT3. Mainly because I don't like the graphics, I don't like the peeps. It lags when it goes into nighttime mode, and you just generally can't do a nice realistic park because it puts fairy lights on the rides and that sort of thing. So my thoughts on RCT World, if they can rectify them issues, then I think it'd be great. But things aren't looking good for Roller Coaster Tycoon World at the moment, with people backing out of the project and stuff, so I don't think we're going to see it for at least another 6-7 months anyway. So I'm open to it, but I think RCT2 is the way forward. By the way, on that, last week I said, do you want me to do a Let's Play? Something I'm going to work on when I get back from these 2 trips, guys. I will do a series of Let's Play here on Theme Park Worldwide. Confirmed, you heard it here first. It will come some point this year, so there you go. That's all for your questions. If you've got any more, all you need to do is send them in, tweet them in, or on our Facebook page as a private message as well. Interact with me then. Let's have a little look at what's been sent in for this week. You've got Lily Watson, who I want to say a big happy birthday celebration to. She went to Thorpe Park with her boyfriend. Hope you had a great time and also a great birthday from me and Charlotte here at Theme Park Worldwide. Don't know why I went into a posh voice there. Maybe it's because I'm about to go on holiday in the morning. Probably so, but there we go. You got Owen Rogers with a Rita on-ride photo. Rita, there we go. The Alton Towers Intamin Rocket. Adam Scott with a Sora on-ride photo. The Gerstlauer Eurofighter at Thorpe Park. And you've got James with a Velocity on-ride photo, which is also a Vekoma launch coaster, which is a motorbike launch coaster, and that's located at Flamingo Land Resort in Yorkshire. That's all for Theme Park Worldwide, the show this week. That's all here from the world of theme parks for a couple of weeks as well, as the next 2 shows, I've said it plenty of times, but I'll say it one more. The next 2 shows will be on location. Next week, Europa Park, the week after Disneyland Paris. And that is all from me. I'm going to go get on my flight in just a few hours' time as I head to the wonderful Europa Park. But technically, as this show's on Wednesday, I've been there for 2 days already. But I hope you're enjoying the updates. If you didn't know we were there, get onto Twitter, get onto Facebook. Just search Theme Park Worldwide. Loads of updates going on there, of course, which is great. From Europa, we're saying all the different hotels. There'll be vlogs, there'll be more videos, there'll be POVs. It's going to be great. My name is Shawn Sanbrooke. Thanks for watching Theme Park Worldwide, the show. I'll see you next week, and that means it's time to cue those credits. Bye, guys.